Good morning. Before we get into this morning's update, we need to go over a quick overview of what is transpiring on this early Wednesday morning. As we can see, XRP once again, it got over 57.3 cents, which was very important, or 57.1 in current times. It's like 57.18. That's where we're attempting to flip the 2018 resistance to support. Again, last night, as we can see, we went up to about 58 cents and some change. This morning, though, right when we hit the morning hours here in the USA, just like I say every single morning, I feel like a broken record. When the United States wakes up on the Eastern Standard Time zone around 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if there's been any kind of push up in the market, it seems we have downward volatility, and vice versa. If there's any kind of downward volatility in the morning, you'll reverse that with that bravado for some reason when the Eastern Standard Time zone wakes up around 9:30, and then Pacific Standard Time, like in California, Oregon, and that side of the world, or I mean that side of the U.S., at about 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we seem to get these bearish moves here if we're going to have them. And today hasn't went any other way. Our speculation that this could be a W reversal is absolutely in jeopardy, and this could end up inducing a bearish tone here, overtone. We wanted to see this play off as a W reversal here and hold this 57.1 cents. Now, it hasn't broken down yet, but if it pulls out any farther, we're going to invalidate this thought process. So we came up, we're trying to see a bump and run pattern. But I called and said, in my live a few days ago, I said, what if it's a bearish bump and run? And it's not to say that there's even a such thing as a bearish bump and run. What I was saying is that it has the illusion of a bump and run, and then it breaks down to 54.27 and invalidates that thought process. Or we end up boom, boom, we come down and then we bounce off of it, and then that's how we create the official break. But well, only time will tell if that would even play out. So you'd be like boom, boom, bam, and then out. But we don't want to keep seeing rejections at 57.1 cents. That'll eventually lead us down, not just to 54.2, but if this 54.2 were to break, that's when we could incite or 54.1, a much, much bigger drop. And this, I don't even care about that. I want to see this, and then if this were to break down, we've got a short-term trend, and we know the technical target on a breakdown, because that is still absolutely valid. We've broken down once, but if we were to break back outside of these realms, we would have a little bit of a problem here, because we already came down once, we pushed back up, and now if we were going to say we have a rejection happening at 54, that's the issue here, because look where it can bring us down to. It can literally bring us right down to, on this retest, 42.47. Now we ask ourselves, what's in that area of 42.47? This is if we break down. We still have a chance to hold the resistance, but what's down there at 42.20? I'm glad you asked. We've gotten rejected at the cup and handle resistance at 63.28, failed to stay above the rising channel resistance at 61.44. The technical drop targets 42.20 area. That's the cup and handle support. So when we start to bring up things, if we do fall bearish, that's one area that I definitely like. If this breaks bearish and we do not hold this, I definitely like that 42.20 as a reset point. Now, if it breaks that, we've got the falling channel below at 34 cents. That falling channel resistance and cup and handle resistance are the same. You've got the cup and handle support at 42.20 and the falling channel support down there at about 34 cents. So these are the things that could happen. And yes, I started out hot before any kind of intro today to show you the information, because if you want to stay around and watch the information further, that's on you, and I would highly encourage it and appreciate it. But if you're somebody who's got to get to work, if you're somebody who said, I only want to see the first couple minutes and see the nuts and bolts of XRP, well, I've given you the nuts and bolts, but we're going to go even deeper here in just a couple minutes. It's not a great start this morning, but we haven't exactly rejected off of 57.1 yet. But that breakdown this morning was nothing short of what always happens, and it seemingly seems like that happens a lot in the early trading hours in the USA. So get used to it. Trading crypto, trading XRP oftentimes feels like you're being bashed through a wall, through a brick wall at that. So today we're going to read some good news and some more interesting news. So today we'll read about the Ripple and SBI digital community partner to advance Web3 with XRP Ledger. So that's big in Japan, big partnership with the Japanese, and it's very, very big and transformative. And then we'll talk about Bitnomial, files for XRP futures with U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission, spot ETF launch next. So this is in regards to futures contracts you'll be able to buy futures, which is pretty interesting. That's kind of like, well, not kind of, that's exactly like when you're playing the stock market, when you buy call or put options. In the future, you're going to be able to file call options. And there are some ways to do it now, but they're pretty privatized. And the call options right now that are being taken out for the end of the month, which is bizarre, is over the $1.10 level, which I don't know if you should put any stock into that, but that is what's going on. And then we'll also read through the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. So please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update, not just for the technical analysis, but also for the news and charts alike. I would greatly appreciate that like, because then YouTube recommends my content, and I'll pop up in the YouTube news feed. Whether somebody's new or an older viewer, you'll be able to make an educated and informed decision whether or not you want to watch my content. And this morning it might be a good idea, because that very well could be a bear flag setup that brings us to 54 and some change. So we'll take a look at all the information, all the technicals. We'll take a look at Bitcoin as it's down about 1,000 points this morning, or 1.5%. But first, we'll get through the intro. So please make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. This is the problem, coming below that 2018 resistance. The moment you come below that, it's bearish. And we're not overtly bearish, all the way through and through. But the fact that we keep getting rejected on that 2018 resistance, and if you're new, we'll go over it here. We'll go over it. Just so $3.31 is resistance 1 in January of 2018. That today still is the swing high of this formation. The swing low took 27 months to get to March of 2020 at 10.8 cents, support 1. That resistance 1 and support 1 are still the swing high and swing low of the formation. So it's been intact a very long time. December, January of 2021, 18.2 cents, support 2. April of 2021, resistance 2 at $1.98. Support 3 down here, January of 2023 at 30.3 cents. Resistance 3 also confirms the pattern at 74.8 cents. That's resistance 3, and that's March of 2024 roughly. Then we've got support 4 at July of 2024 at 40.2. And resistance 4, we're calling it at 58.7 in July of 24. Now, are we going for ultimate resistance 5 here at 57.1 in August? That's going to drive us all the way back down near that 40.8 cent mark. That's the question we ask ourselves. That's the question we ask ourselves. Our technical drop target's down around 42 cents. 42.4 cents, and we know based on our chart here that that is the cup and handle support, and I might as well show you the other chart. Rising channel, resistance and support right here, boom, resistance, support, we've fallen under, it got rejected at 61.1, allowed us to drop all the way down here to 36, 37, pop back up, got rejected again, came all the way back down to 42 area, came back up, got rejected, and now we've slipped a little bit below 57 and sliding towards 56. We've also got the falling channel resistance, which is right here, and this is also the cup and handle resistance. We got the cup and handle support down at 42 and falling channel support at 34. So these are all things that can happen. That 28 cents is only if we break the 2020 support, which is right around 40 cents right now. So we'll see. And then you'd have to go down to the 2017 support, which is down at about 28 cent area. So a lot to look at this morning, or a lot to at least consider. We've looked at a lot already. Bitcoin down 1,123 points. Not pretty. This is not a pretty sight this morning. Not a pretty sight at all. I still think that we could have a megaphone pattern here. Possibly. And it's an interesting pattern. They are bullish continuations. But that almost looks like a megaphone, like, hey, we're talking out the megaphone. But that's if that holds, we should come back up to that 68,000 level, but we could come underneath again. We've got underneath support. If that 58,495 breaks, I would fully expect to drop back down to that 53,400 area. So don't be surprised if that were to happen. That's if we break down, though. And for me, the breakdown would happen on Bitcoin if we break down below 58,495. And yeah, we're only about 1,000 points off of that. So if we do start breaking down, it happens very quickly. It will happen very quickly, and I hate to say that, but just the resistance areas, these could be big dead cat bounces, as we've been talking about. This could have just been a dead cat bounce that bounced back up from that 54 cents back up to that 58 cent area. And now if we get rejected on 57.1, there's a very high probability that this pattern, if we lose 54.1 cents, that we could come all the way down to that 42.4 again on the cup and handle support. That is not out of the realm of possibility. What I would like it to do is get back over the 2018 resistance at 57.1 and start pushing up universally. But what I'm seeing this morning doesn't look great. A lot of bearishness, but let's go through some of the readings and see if it can highlight something that we might be some kind of catalyst. So first, Ripple and SBI digital community partner to advance Web3 with XRP Ledger. And if you're looking to trade XRP in these times when it's coming down, make sure you look in the video description below and our pinned comments. We've got BITUNIX and or HOTCOIN. You can trade XRP on both platforms. They have the lowest spot and leverage trading fees worldwide. You don't need a KYC or VPN worldwide unless you're sending or receiving from a bank account. Now, HOTCOIN does have XRP Bitcoin pairing, but they both have XRP. You can copy trade me on HOTCOIN. We have a $100 challenge, and if you followed me from trade 1 to the last trade of a couple days ago, and we made 5% on Ethereum, we're up to $236 in our trading account, which means we're up 136%. So if you started with $100, you have $236, and you can always join me there or trade with me on HOTCOIN or BITUNIX in the video description below and our pinned comments. If you do appreciate my work, subscribe to the channel and join the over 22,600 subscribers I believe we went over, and consider sending one YouTube super chat per month as a way to pay it forward, or consider joining Tom's Army and getting that emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens in month 1. Ripple and SBI digital community partner to advance Web3 with XRP Ledger. SBI Digital Community Co. Ltd. has partnered with Ripple Labs Inc. to promote the use of the XRP Ledger in the Web3 space. The partnership will also involve issuing non-fungible tokens, NFTs, on the XRP Ledger and rewarding creators in XRP, aiming to enhance consumer experience and make Web3 technologies more accessible. SBI Digital Community partners with Ripple Labs to boost XRP Ledger adoption. SBI Digital Community Co. Ltd. announced on Tuesday a new strategic partnership with Ripple Labs Inc. aimed at promoting the use of XRP Ledger within the Web3 community. SBI Digital Community, a subsidiary of the larger SBI Group, a prominent financial services conglomerate based in Japan, is focused on promoting and expanding the use of Web3 technologies. Under the leadership of President and CEO Yutaro Sato, the Tokyo-based SBI Digital Community will leverage Ripple's XRP Ledger, a Layer 1 public blockchain known for its speed, cost efficiency, and sustainability to enhance Web3 services. This collaboration aims to expand the use of XRP Ledger through SBI's B2 Web3 community with the focus on increasing user interaction with blockchain and advancing its adoption. This announcement details, as translated out by Google, we believe that by increasing the number of users of the XRP Ledger, more companies will be able to provide new B2C services, thereby increasing convenience in the real world. SBI Digital Community added that under this partnership, B2 will issue NFTs, non-fungible tokens on the XRP Ledger, and will provide support to users on how to purchase and trade NFTs on the XRP Ledger. The Japanese firm noted, as an issuing platform for NFTs on the XRP Ledger, we will use XRP Cafe, a marketplace that specializes in the distribution and buying and selling of NFTs issued on the XRP Ledger, the firm continued. In addition, we will make it possible to pay rewards to creators and other contributors to the community in the cryptocurrency XRP based on their wishes. This move is expected to encourage more businesses to adopt the XRP Ledger, enhancing consumer experience and offering new business-to-consumer services. The company views this as a step toward making Web3 technologies more accessible to the broader public. What do you think about SBI Digital Community's partnership with Ripple Labs to promote the XRP Ledger in the Web3 space? I would love to know in the video or in the comments below as well. Now, Bitnomial files for XRP futures with U.S. Commodities Future Trading Commission. Is a spot exchange traded fund launched next? So Bitnomial plans to launch margin-based physical settled XRP USD futures contracts, fueling speculation about a future spot ETF, XRP ETF. As the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit comes to a conclusion with the recent $125 million penalty settlement by Ripple, crypto exchanges have started taking bold steps with Bitnomial filings for the XRP futures trading with the U.S. Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, on Tuesday, August 13th. As per the development, Bitnomial plans to introduce the XRP USD futures contracts, which will be margin-based and physically settled contracts reflecting the value of 100,000 units of XRP. This development has fueled the speculation of having a potential spot XRP ETF launch in the future. In its self-certification, Bitnomial has reviewed and ensured that the new contracts would comply with all regulations and standards. The launch of the XRP futures will also help in enhancing its accessibility and liquidity in the market. With this new futures product in the market, crypto exchange Bitnomial is providing traders another avenue to speculate on the XRP's price, which could attract more institutional investors. The legal clarity around Ripple's XRP has prompted market observers to speculate on a spot ETF launch. For instance, Nate Garassi, president of ETF Store, recently expressed his anticipation on social media, questioning when the ETF will be launched. His comments mirror the optimism prevalent in the crypto community. The upcoming election will essentially determine which party controls the SEC that can have a real impact on ETFs, he added. No party controls the SEC. Alan Greenspan told us this years ago. The Fed, the SEC, has no rule of law. So that's all bullshit. So if you think the SEC is actually controlled by a presidential candidate, you might want to beat your head through the wall so you get some real facts. Why XRP futures make sense. XRP lawyer Bill Morgan disclosed some key information pertaining to Bitnomial's recent submission to the US CFTC for the listing of XRP USD futures trading. The submission shown that the average monthly XRP trade volume exceeds 85 billion on XRP cash markets. On the other hand, Bitnomial has proposed a spot month position limit of 300 million XRP, or 3,000 XRP future contracts equivalents, which represents 0.049% of the total deliverable supply. This 300 million XRP is equivalent to Ripple's monthly escrow release, which accounts for 0.05% of the total supply, which clearly counters the narrative of excess XRP sell-offs. Furthermore, the report states that 0.61% of the community of XRP is currently in circulation, or states that 61% of XRP is currently in circulation. Besides, Bitnomial holds a U.S. clearinghouse license, further bolstering its position in the market. Bill Morgan says his official X account. It is interesting to consider some information disclosed by Bitnomial in its submission to the CFTC for certification of the listing of XRP USD futures. On average, the monthly XRP trade is over 85 billion on XRP cash markets. Bitnomial proposes spot month position limit of 300 million XRP or 3,000 XRP future contracts equivalents. It states this represents 0.049% of the total deliverable supply. 300 million XRP is about what Ripple uses from the monthly escrow release, less than 0.05%. Another bloated Ripple dumps FUD narrative. Nearly 61% of XRP is in circulation, but Bitnomial has a U.S. clearinghouse license. And then if we continue reading through this, is that everything that I wanted to read through here? Yep, that's it. So a lot of news to consider. What do you think in the comments will happen with the futures contracts? Do you think that this will have a negative or positive price impact? And as we can see right now, as I said, it's going to be a slippery slope being below 57.1. And the farther below that we get, the more real chance we have of coming down to first layer before I leave. And then I have to release this because I have a lot to do. I'm making my Italian sauce today with meatballs and meat inside of it. But it's going to take me about an hour to prep. And then I've got to cook it for about 6 hours or so. So I'll be cooking that until 5 or 6 tonight. But I got to get that started immediately after I get done with this update. So right now, if we continue to fall through, 42.9 cents is the technical drop point. I know it sucks, but that is the technical drop down there. 54.1 cents can be held at an extension zone if we fall down. Right now in the daily, it looks like we put in a bearish formation. It looks like to me that is unfortunately a gravestone doji, and those are bearish consolidations. So If we break down 54.1, and if we lose that, the technical target's 42.4. If we can get back above 57.1, we could start inching our way towards 61.1 and ultimately 63.8. But we put ourselves in a bearish proposition this morning. Have a blessed morning, everybody, and make sure you keep yourself emotionless as you watch through the chart.